My husband just tried calling me. Like he doesn't know I'm like in this woo-woo magic right now, trying to send off my podcast. Okay, so here's the deal. A while back, let me tell you a story, okay? A while back, I was in the fetal position on my bed with severe chest pains. End of story. Goodbye. No. I was so stressed out and so frustrated in life that it was starting to physically create issues within my body. And we'll have to have Ben come on here as a guest, and maybe we can talk about this whole situation, because I would love to have you guys hear his point of view and then sharing a little bit more of my point of view on that whole situation. But what ended up happening is Ben was like, "You're creating this life for you." And it was very true. I just realized I had to take full responsibility of my life. And in that moment, I decided I'm taking full responsibility. And I shit you not, in a split second, here I was, fetal position, to I'm empowered. I'm taking over my life. I am taking back my life. I'm going to start living the life that I'm called to live. Things are shifting. And since then, it has been a whirlwind. Okay. So, hey, I'm Lacey J. Welcome to the Hey Lacey J podcast. Today, I just want to go a little bit further into listening to your intuition, listening to maybe going a little bit opposite of maybe what the whole world is trying to tell you how to live your life. Essentially, instead of outsourcing, can you insource? And we're just going to talk about it, because this is something I am living through currently. Listen, I might completely fall flat on my face, but I'm going to share the whole freaking journey because I am feeling so called to. And so what came up for me within a coaching call, or after one of my coaching calls, was this idea that in a world of step-by-step instructions of us looking for the blueprint, how to do this, how to do that, everyone else has the answer but me, we have forgotten what it looks like to go within. That's a hint if it is not dropped by the time this podcast is uploaded. I will be surprised, but I have something that I'm launching called Within, and I am so excited. And it is all about you learning to listen to your intuition. What does that look like? How can we give you your power back? Because we have forgotten what it looks like to go within, to go inward, to ask yourself what you want. So many of us, including myself, are building businesses and building lives of what we think it should look like, and we don't even like the life or the business that we are building. And it blows my freaking mind that we're putting so much time and energy into something that's not even ours. And so by the end of it, you're putting all this time into it, and you're like, well, what the fuck was that for? I've wasted all my time. I haven't been doing time with my kids. It's about getting really clear about what is it that you want. So here I am on the bed with severe chest pains, realizing that I've had signs for months. In human design, I'm a generator, and one of my not self-theme signs is, or my not self-theme sign is frustration. And I was not listening to it. I was like, I'm not that frustrated. Everything's fine. Just keep putting that down. Shove that down. Shove that frustration down. And it finally manifested into a very physical thing. I thought I was going to be going to the ER. You guys, I was like, something is seriously wrong. Now, if you have chest pains and you're laying on the floor, like, go to the ER. This just was such a crazy moment. Like, I'm not telling you don't go to the ER and you just, need to build your business differently. Be smart, be an adult, go within, listen to your body. But in a moment, in a split second, that pain went away when I realized that, it's me. I'm the problem. I'm not listening to myself. I have forgotten what it's like to listen to my intuition. I am doing everything that the world is telling me to do. I'm looking so much outside myself. I don't even know what I want. I don't even know who I am anymore. This has been a conversation that keeps coming up. So that's why I'm sharing it with you. There's one woman who I just adore so much. She's going to be on my podcast. I'm just telling her now and putting it out into the world. Her name is Renee. She used to go by My Girlfriend Renee. She is now Fresh Life Approach. And she actually was sharing this a while ago. I'm sure she has a podcast up about it now. If so, I'll look and put it in the show notes. But she was talking about this idea of, at the time, of like gurus, right? All of these social media gurus, especially if you're in the business world, like social media guys, everyone has their 5-step process of exactly what you have to do so that you are successful, how to make a bunch of money online. It's like everyone is saying something and it's all separate and it's all different and it all contradicts itself and it's freaking exhausting. And I was like, course after course after course after what? She said to do this. Oh, I don't need to have a website to make money online. Okay, I just need to push my Instagram. Okay, I need to grow my numbers. Okay, I need to, and it just kept going. And that is why I'm bringing up this conversation right now, that it is time to go within. It is time to take and pump the brakes to help with all the chaos in the head, slow everything down, quiet the noise, and really go in and start asking yourself, what is it that you want? What kind of life are you wanting to build? How is it that you want to build? Does it look different from what the world's approach is right now? And is that okay? It might be terrifying, and I'm going to share with you that that's where I'm at right now. I am currently realizing I had to go my own way. And when I took my power back that night, the chest pains went away and everything started shifting for me. I had so much clarity that, wait a minute, if I go back and listen to how I felt over the last 4 years, what I felt like I was called to do to build my business, even though I should be able to make money online. So that's what I did. And I ignored what was in it for me, what I thought I should be doing. I kept listening to what everyone else was telling me. And I freaking failed over and over and over again. So if I move forward with how I am feeling called to build my business and I fail, like, is it actually failure? That's probably for a different podcast because I have a whole thing on that. But fine, let me fail. But at least I tried, because I tried what everyone else was doing. And guess what? It wasn't working. I felt like my head was hitting against a wall. And here I am starting to build the business that I want in the way that I want to. And I am so lit up and I'm so excited that I like love waking up every day, even in the midst of chaos and other things going on. Like, I am so excited. My husband is probably wondering why I'm recording this podcast instead of building my website right now. But listen, when you're inspired, you got to just get on here. And so a couple years ago, 4 years ago or so, I really sat with myself and I was like, how do I want to build my business? And these 4 things came up. So, it was just automatic. And it was build a website, use Pinterest, newsletter, podcast. What did I do? I was on Instagram. I had built a website, kind of. I had taken the Pinterest course because I knew that that was something I needed to. I had taken the email course because I knew that that was a direction. And I started doing that and I was like, I love this. But I didn't fully jump in the way that I knew I should, or not should have, but I knew I was called to. I knew the podcasting, but I'm like, oh, but everyone else is just telling me to do social media, that if I build on social media, I am going to make an income, make this happen. And I tell you, I kept running into wall after wall after wall, and it was so frustrating. But it's because when I took a step back from the world of these step-by-step instructions, what to do, all the gurus, I was building my business in a way that wasn't in true what people would call alignment. And that's probably even an overused word right now, but when you're in alignment, you're in flow. And when you can truly stop listening to what the world and the shoulds and everyone else, and you're like so clear, like, Lacey, you're meant to build a website. When I realized that and I came back and went within and really sat with that, the opportunity to buy the website of my dreams, shout out to Tonic and Show It. Yes, I even have a code for them if you are looking at building a website for your business because that feels right for you. That's not for everyone, okay? I'm just sharing what's right for me. I got to buy the website template that I had seen 6-7 months before, and I loved it. I fell in love with it. It's probably up because if this podcast is up, most likely my website is finally launched. And I got to buy it. And it is like every time I get on there, I'm like, holy smokes, like this is the most beautiful thing in the entire universe. And for me, it's not just having a website to say that I had a website. For me, it's this idea that this website is a hub. It is I kept saying it's like the generator. It's the centerpiece of my entire business because I'm a whole person, right? I think in the first podcast, I was like, we take a whole ass approach to life. I have a lot of interests. I have a lot of things that I love. And so I feel like I'm kind of this two-part person where this website is able to kind of host and be the center point so that from there, Lacey can do her coaching. Lacey can do her affiliate marketing with her network marketing businesses and affiliates, right? I can share the digital products that I'm creating. And so it becomes this hub. Once I said yes to that and moving into that, buying that website was a full fuck yes. Like there was absolutely no hesitation. I knew exactly that it was time. It was time to do it. And it has since been the best decision ever. Right? So from there, I can utilize Pinterest, and I'm not even going to go into all of this, but from there, I am getting clearer on what it is that I want to share on my podcast, how I want to utilize podcasts, how I can be a voice for other people, how I can share what other people are doing so that it helps you become the best version of you and create a life that you love and that you're excited to wake up for, right? It's saying, yes, I am going to do this newsletter because that's somewhere that I feel so free to be me. And I think it is one of the greatest things that anyone who is building any type of business, I do believe that a newsletter is one of the most important things that you can invest in right away. And I've been using Flowdesk for 3 years now, dabbling in it. Like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. And I truly didn't. I finally invested in a course to do so that I could understand how important your list is. But I do think an email list is one of the best things that you can do for a business. And that's because even if you are mainly building on social media, that's amazing. You're getting people, but you want to get them off of social media and a way to contact them when, I don't know, social media, just the other day, like Instagram went out. And it's like, how else are you going to contact your clients? How else are you going to contact all of your customers if you're like in a network marketing business? What are people doing who don't have websites or newsletters and social media? You can't get into it. Like I've heard horror stories of losing thousands of dollars on brand deals because something happened to their social media account. You don't own your social media account. All right. So, and this is why I think it's important for you to take the time to really know how you want to build your business, because even with that, that's now becoming super popular, more popular of building a newsletter, because people are starting to realize like, oh shit, this could actually become an issue with my business later on. Anyways, that's my soapbox with some of that. But when you can really decide how you want to build your business, what does that look like for you? What's in alignment? How can you show up in the most authentic way for your customers, your clients? Then you guys, it changes everything. Like the way you show up in your business, you're so much more excited because it feels so good. And you have this trust inside, like trust with yourself. You have this trust with yourself that grows And as you make decisions in your life and your business and for your children and for everything else, like, you just feel so empowered. And what happens is you start to realize, like, this is the clear vision that I'm going. This is the direction. I see and know without a doubt that I am trusting myself in this. And what happens is these blinders come on. And now I understand people staying in their lane. Because you're not like, wait, what did she say? Wait, what did she say? What do I need to do? Who do I need to be? What do I have to do? Right? You are just you're getting so clear. When you go within and you start to figure that out, it just gets so clear. And the rest of the world just kind of starts to fade out. And the beauty is that you can take courses. Like, I'm not saying don't go take courses, don't go listen to these leaders, but what I'm saying is when you get really clear on what you want to do and you understand how to listen to your intuition and your authority within like human design realm, then you know which coach is right for you. Then you know which, Pinterest course to take, or which website course or website design to buy, what newsletter course to take, what do you want to do for your podcast in the direction. Like, you get clear. And then you also know how to find the right person that's going to teach you how to create your podcast, your newsletter, your Pinterest, your website, or whatever that is for you, how to grow your social media. If you still want to grow your social media, well, there's so many people out there. How are you deciding who is going to be the best one for you? Because otherwise they're all screaming at you. We really are moving into a new season, a new cycle in life where we're moving from this very construct, it has to look like this and this is what we're doing and boom, to going back within, trusting ourselves, listening to what our spirit, God, universe, divine source is telling us. I should do a podcast on why I say that. And allowing like this flow and this, gosh dang it, I wasn't going to be like a weirdo, but like this feminine energy versus this masculine energy. I am not a guru on this, but that's how I see it. It's just this beautiful like flow. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. I'm super excited as we build this community, and I cannot wait to continue being vulnerable and sharing with you so that you can create a life you love.